the Evergreen Media Network studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Community Conversations. There I am on camera. Welcome all of you that are out there to another enjoyable half an hour with a wonderful guest. Treasure Coast Community Health has various services, all primary care for medical, dental, pharmacy, and especially mental health services, behavioral health, ways that we can be happier, more content, comfortable in our skin, however you phrase it. And we know that that is a compilation of a huge number of factors, each of which affects us differently. But it is the season of giving, and there is no argument that giving actually blesses us more than those that are receiving the gift. So today I'm fortunate to have Star Knudson, who is here for Toys for Tots. So welcome, Star.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So we called you because, again, you are very visible. Your organization is very visible at this time of year. But a lot of us don't know a lot about Toys for Tots. We see and hear different things. So you're going to set the record straight for us in terms of what the organization does, what it doesn't do, who it takes care of, and so forth. So with that, I give you the opening of how long has Toys for Tots been in Indian River County?
Toys for Tots has been in Indian River for about 26 years.
Wow.
So we've been here for quite a while. I've been with the campaign. This is my 13th year.
Okay.
And my 4th year in a leadership position.
Well, congratulations for that longevity. That really aids a lot of your efforts, I'm sure.
Yes. And it's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding.
So you mentioned as we were coming in the doorway that this is an Indian River County project.
It is. So a lot of people will see our name with the Marine Corps Toys for Tots. Mm-hmm. But what they don't realize is that we are each individual campaign. So my campaign is a civilian-run campaign. I am the coordinator. So we are overseen by the national campaign, but we are our own organization. So as Indian River County Toys for Tots would imply, we strictly serve Indian River County children.
So is that an application process that parents apply for?
Yes. So we open up our website usually early to mid-November. Okay. We leave it open for a few weeks. We let families know that it is open to apply. They can go onto our website. There's an application link right there on the website. And then they can go in and fill out all their information, put in their children. There's even a space to add what their children's interests are, what their likes are. If there was something special on their list for Santa, they can put that there.
Okay. And has that application window closed?
It did. However, we still have a lot of families in need this year. This year we're looking pretty strong with the amount of applications we're getting. And I personally can't stand the thought of any child going without for Christmas. So I have reopened the website. I'm going to leave it open until December 7th.
Okay. But a few days away.
Yes.
So if the folks forgot what the application entry point is on the internet, if they just Google Toys for Tots, will it segregate them by county?
Yes. So you can Google Vero Beach Toys for Tots and it will pull up the national website, or you could even go to Facebook for IRC Toys for Tots. Look at our Facebook page. And I actually have posted a link right there on our Facebook page where if you click that, it'll take you straight to the application.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, do the parents try to include a number of things besides toys, like clothing or shoes?
So yes, they do. And unfortunately, those are not the types of things that I typically will receive. And also there is no space for them to put sizing or anything like that on our application. But I will usually help those parents find a place to go ahead and get those needs too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But we typically do strictly, toys and learning tools and things like that.
So let's talk about the gift side of it, as opposed to the application.
We're the fun stuff. We're the toys.
Exactly. So how do you manage that?
Oh, with a fantastic crew of people that stand behind me every single year. We have a full-time warehouse, and that is located right on 27th and Aviation.
Oh.
So during distribution times, we have it set up as organized as possible. It's by organized chaos, but it's kind of set up like a miniature Walmart. We have all the toys lined up by boy, girl, age. We do balls, we do board games, we do puzzles, stuffed animals, and then in the back we have all the actual toys.
Okay, so is it like we see the Walmart pickers going through with carts with their list?
Pretty much exactly what it's like.
Is it?
So when the parents come in, I need a photo ID. I'll need a current utility bill or current piece of mail that comes to their house because, again, you have to be an Indian River County resident to receive.
Right.
And then guardianship documentation like a birth certificate or custodial paperwork.
Okay.
Once we check those three things, and that is the only requirement to get approved and get your toys. We don't check.
So it's not income based?
No.
Okay.
No, if a family comes to me and it will help just relieve a little bit of that stress and a little bit of that pressure from the cost of Christmas toys, then I want them to apply. I want to help them. That's what we're here for, and we have a very generous community.
And so do you have volunteers that actually do that picking and have it set up then in a bundle, so to speak?
So what I do is I print out every single solitary application that we get. We check it. We have the parents sign off on the application saying they're there for pickup.
Okay.
I take that. I hand it back to a volunteer. They grab that application, they grab a buggy, and they go to town in the back. Each child gets 4 toys, 5 stocking stuffers, a book and a ball, and then we provide a board game per family. Unless there's a major age gap, like a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old, then we'll give age-appropriate board games for each child.
Wow, that's phenomenal. So how did the Marines get involved in this?
Oh, we're going back to the 40s. There was a Marine that his wife used to hand make dolls. And she had some laying around, and she asked her husband to please go out and find a children's charity so she could donate her dolls. A few days later, he came back and was like, well, I couldn't find one. And she looked at him and said, and create one. That is how the Marine Corps Toys for Tots started. And another cool little note is he was in California by the Hollywood studios, and he was talking to his friend as it started to grow, and he was like, this is getting really, really big, like I need to come up with a logo and all this other stuff. And his friend was like, well, let me see if I can help you. Calls him up and says, I got something for you. And that's where our 3-train logo came from. His friend created that logo, and so what do you think of this? And that friend of his was none other than Walt Disney himself.
No kidding.
Yeah. So this logo is actually created by Walt Disney.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, and they're still a corporate partner with the National Toys for Tots campaign.
And so where do all the toys come from?
So we get a supplemental shipment. We'll get that from the national campaign, and that's where all the national partners will send it to them directly, and then they split it between all of the campaigns that are all throughout the country. It'll get shipped out and sent to us. The large portion of what I receive comes from our community. So we get all these great businesses that take up the collection boxes. They hold them in their offices, and they collect a ton of toys for us. Last night I was at the Realtors of Indian River County. They had a Christmas party last night. I went to that, and I filled up a big giant black cargo van from the front to back up to the ceiling.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
They did a phenomenal job.
Oh boy. And so now to unload that, they've got to sort it down according to...
We sort it down, actually. Me and another volunteer unloaded all of that stuff this morning.
Wow.
And we brought out our little buggies that they go shopping with, and we separate them as they come out of the van as to boy, girl, or infant. We bring them inside and we put them away.
Have you ever had those moments, though, where you think, I don't know how we're going to accept 5 more children and give them all the things that you just told us about?
No, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen. There's never even a question. All the monetary donations that I get go right into an account for me.
Okay.
So only I can use those funds. You're not donating to national. It actually stays right here with us. So if we're starting to get through campaign and we're running low on something, thank goodness for all the generous people in Indian River County, because I get to go out to the store. I'll usually pull 3 or 4 buggies and drag my husband with me, and we will load them down and we go shopping.
That sounds like the spirit of Christmas, for sure.
And it's so fun, and it's so funny because I walk into some stores and I can see the manager's face go, oh, here she comes again.
Here she comes again. And I'm not even going to ask if you get discounts, because I'm assuming with the generosity of all of our various partners in the community that you stretch those dollars.
Get a lot of help. I really, really do. They're just, it's unbelievable, the kindness that Indian River County has. It's amazing, and it fills my heart.
So we're going to talk more about the campaign, but we're going to stop for a short intermission for a word from our sponsors.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Great. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
Right now at Sunshine Furniture, it's holiday sale time, so you can save up to 50% on selected groups of indoor and outdoor furniture from Lloyd Flanders, Telescope, Windward, Capri, Sea Winds, Universal, and lots more. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, patio groups, occasional chairs, bedroom sets, all on sale just in time to make Santa say ho, ho, ho. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half off. And don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store just across the street from our main location for lots of great holiday bargains. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza next to Planet Fitness in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture.
Ladies, are you looking for a change but just don't know how to get there? Don't miss the Women's Life Mastery event, a roadmap for change to becoming your best self. 10 fabulous women sharing their expertise for real ways to positive change. This holiday season, invest in yourself and register today to discover and become your best self. Breakfast, lunch, swag, and more. The Women's Life Mastery event, Saturday, January 13th at Joy Farms in Vero Beach. Visit CIAcertified.com today for more details. CIAcertified.com.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining us, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, where we provide primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pharmaceuticals, even optical services. Sort of a one-stop shopping so that you don't have to take off multiple times and give your same information for you or your kids or your spouse multiple times. We have a consolidated medical record that is allowed to be viewed just by those individuals you're seeing that day, but it does give you the flexibility as well to go to a different location if there is some reason that you don't want to see your regular provider at any of our locations. And so as a public service, we get together with a number of our community partners, new and existing, and talk about the things that we share in common. So today we're talking with Star from Toys for Tots. Star's never been on our program, even though this is, I think, going on, what, Jesse, is a producer 5 years? I think so. So we're thrilled that we were able to make this connection, because it is a very important thing at this time of year to make sure that the joy given to children is known Not that everybody doesn't know Toys for Tots, but the details sometimes get lost. So you were telling us about the processes that both parents and loved ones go through to get a toy and how you supply the toys. But as you said, you have a very strong team behind you, and it's all volunteers.
All of us, including me.
Wow.
Including me. Yes, we're all volunteers.
So, like you weren't doing anything else for the other 8 or 9 or 10 months. When do you gear up?
We actually kick off October 1st.
Okay.
So we start getting out donation boxes and everything to the local community, our partners who want to have a collection site. We start getting out the boxes October 1st.
That's phenomenal. And so if a business had not previously been part of your campaign, how would they get a hold of you?
The same website. So if they go to our website, there's actually request a toy, make a donation, or become a drop site. So they can just click on that. They submit the information and I'll reach out to them.
Okay. And you were mentioning that there's one site that you're going to be connecting with soon. That instead of filling a box, actually are donating a large number of bicycles.
Yes, so they actually do that every year. So Woodfield in Vero Beach, right behind the Indian River County Mall, they do a large bicycle collection for us every year. They usually collect anywhere between 60 and 70 bicycles for us.
Wow. And
Yeah,
do you have a similar
helpful
thing for, since we're on Tots at this moment mentally, do they have trikes and things?
Oh yeah,
that
so
get
I usually get
well?
the balance bikes all the way up to the big 10 speed.
That is wonderful. So tell me about being a volunteer there.
As far as?
Training, time commitments, things that you have them do.
So I'm very fortunate to have a crew who's been with me almost as long as I've been with the program. So it's wonderful.
You're a good boss.
I don't know about that, but I try.
Coordinator.
I
How's that?
I try. Coordinator is great. I'm part of the team. But it's very simple. I mean, it's so much fun. It doesn't even feel like work, to be honest with you. You know, you get the application, you see boy, girl, the age, and basically they get to go and fill up a basket full of toys, you know, and just bag it up and hand it to a family. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
I'll bet it is. So we have a lot of snowbirds that come down here when the weather starts to chill. Is there room for them, or is there, like, you've got to go through so much orientation, you've got to be here by the 1st of October?
No, we're not picky. We're very... we will take all the help that we can get.
Okay.
And it's a very simple process, honestly. We have a meeting right at the start of a campaign. We'll come in, we sign the hold harmless forms.
Okay.
And then basically you tell me what you can do and I will assign you to that. So we need route drivers, we need warehouse workers, we need people to help us with events. I do a benefit dinner every November, which helps raise our funds, which I go shopping with. So I do a benefit dinner. So I have event planners. I have all sorts of positions available.
Wow. I had no idea. I mean, that's quite a mechanism. How many toys, well, let me rephrase that. How many children registered last year?
Last year I did 5,204 children, which was almost 39,000 toys that left our warehouse.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have an interest in putting a smile on children's faces, sounds like you have plenty of opportunities through Toys for Tots.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you said earlier that you thought you were going to open it up because there's even more children in need this year.
There is. So I did reopen it because it closed back in November. And then I just recently reopened it because we do have a lot of families that are reaching out now.
And so what ages can the children be to register?
From brand new born, and we take all the way up to 17 years old.
Oh.
So we do teenagers as well.
And they may not want toys. So do you give things like gift cards?
We do not do gift cards or anything like that. Typically, because we don't get a lot of donations for the older children, a lot of people will see the box, they see Toys for Tots, and they instantly think
little ones.
Tots, the little ones. So typically the raised money that I get from my events or from donation boxes, whatever it is, I will take that and go out and go shopping specifically for the teenagers. I can't give out gift cards, but we do purchase toiletry sets. We go out to Like J.C. Penney's, they had a big jewelry sale. I went and got jewelry. I got watches. I got wallets. I get a lot of requests for like the Axe body wash or perfumes and stuff like that. So I usually will go on Black Friday, grab a volunteer, and we just wipe people out. Go shopping.
Well, I'm sure that the teens really appreciate it because, well, many of us try to take the easy way, and that's why I asked about gift cards. The reality is there's nothing like opening a present.
Yes.
So is that something that people could consider by looking at your website? Is there like a suggestion list by ages?
Actually, if you go to our Facebook page, we have created an Amazon wish list, so you don't even have to leave your couch to pick out something for our teens and older kids.
Okay.
So it's very, very easy.
So I'm looking up at the fun stuff on the camera here. That's got to be from your page as well.
That was actually our Christmas in July event. So Santa and Mrs. Claus came down on their summer break and hung out with us at the fairgrounds.
Ah, so this is really a year-round kind of occupation for you.
Actually, yes, because we do participate with Foster Care Awareness Month. And we run a literacy program all year round. We have a connection with a bookstore, a large one, and they provide us with books all year. So we're part of a literacy program. So if you know anybody who needs books for schools or different programs, we have that. And then we participate in Foster Care Awareness Month.
Yeah. Well, certainly that is an initiative that was started more than 10 years ago here, as I'm sure you're familiar with the Moonshot Moment and, really figuring out when does education best begin? And, the kindergarten teacher said before they get to me, but it's really pretty much from birth on. They're just little sponges, but they need those things and people's attention to do that. So,
and I have tons and tons of books to help if needed.
So service clubs, if you're thinking about having a readers club, adults that will go out and work with the nursery schools, the VPKs, and the elementary schools, keep Toys for Tots in mind. Again, I'm sure there's a place on your website for that.
Yes, there is. Everything's very easy. If it's not on the website, it's on Facebook.
So again, someone who's very comfortable with making Facebook or website changes, I'm going to guess that you're doing a large part of that yourself, and you could use volunteers there?
I am. I actually do have somebody on my Facebook page, which is wonderful. She is actually part of a marketing team for a local real estate company, and she is phenomenal. So I just text her pictures. I'm like, it was this event, and she just does this beautiful little post.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll tell you.
There's the Realtors event from last night. And if you scroll down to that picture at the bottom left, where you were just at, that's that giant black van, and as you can see, I'm in the driver's seat, and it's filled all the way to the back of the van.
So thank you, community members, for all you do. I'm just amazed. I had no idea it was this much and this involved.
Yes.
And certainly you've got hundreds of players behind you, but with over 5,000 children benefiting, you're making a huge impact in the community.
Yeah, we try. We try really hard.
And any parting words as we wrap up?
We just want to stick with our motto of every child deserves a little Christmas.
Ah, that is so sweet. So anything outstanding from last year that you hold dear to your heart?
Oh, there are so many moments and so many memories, but just the coming together of our community with our volunteers and watching those volunteers hand out all those gifts and watching the mothers' faces just light up. It's amazing. It's really a truly amazing feeling.
I'm so glad that you were here today to talk to us about it. And, if you're getting ready for your summer kickoff, maybe you can come back in a few months and remind us of that and what people might be able to do at that point in time, too.
That sounds great. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
It's been my pleasure. You're right. You're a talker. I love it. So again, thank you all for being with us. Next week, we'll have another great community member here to talk with you. And I hope you are enjoying the month of December. Take care now.